In the morning when I awake, my mind will be quiet. My intuitive voice will guide and direct me into discovering and achieving my creative goals. I am a worthwhile and lovable person. Hello there, I'm Rayner Garner. We're here in Thailand and I'm putting together a program on how to contact your intuition, to discover your destiny, to how to alter your life through following one's intuition, to be able to be sexually satisfied, to deal with all aspects of your life in such a way that you become alive. You feel younger, you look younger, and you are younger. And you can have a wonderful existence by following your intuition, tuning into that intuition, and discovering your destiny. When you discover your destiny, you'll find that everything in life becomes easy for you. Instead of walking left, you turn right, just follow the inner voice. I want to talk about intuition. Intuition is the crux of my work. Now, I think what happens is we are born being very intuitive. And through the long process of our parental rearing, our schooling, we lose it. Some very fortunate people like Sir Richard Branson don't lose it. I once called him up on a radio talk show in Los Angeles and asked him, of all your successful business deals, which were those that you were instructed, as it were, by an inner voice? Or was it logic? And he said, in every case, it was intuition. Now, most of us don't have a free intuition that comes through with all that knowledge and ability to direct us to what we need to know. So I've devised a technique to arouse the intuition. It's a very simple technique. It consists of putting a message into the unconscious while you're asleep or while you're awake and in a very relaxed state. Now, how I do that is very simple. I get a device, either a computer or an endless loop tape from an old answering service machine, and put on it the following words. In the morning when I awake, my mind will be quiet. My intuitive voice will guide and direct me into discovering and achieving my creative goals. I am a worthwhile and lovable person. Now, in the morning when you wake, you listen. You listen for whatever comes through. Now, it may take a few days of playing this or a few nights of playing this. But some people get it straight away, which I did. I had this little type of voice in my head, a very loud whisper telling me to do certain things, which were rather strange. This is Bali, so there are bugs, so you'll forgive me if I swat them around. And I followed this little voice, and it led me here and there to a most amazing sequence of events and actions, which ultimately, which ultimately led to discovering my destiny. Now, there are certain questions you can ask yourself when you're listening in. One very important one is, what am I not doing that I need to be doing? Now, try not to alter that question in any way. It's a sneaky one. Just sort of gets behind? What am I not doing that I need to be doing? Then you follow it, whatever comes up. And in the results, you will know whether it's an intuitive voice or a rational one. Now, of course, this is very speculative in a way, and it's the only way I can judge whether it's an intuitive voice or not by its results. Now, normally, if it is intuition, everything leads you to a very, very, very good situation. Doors open for you. People who you need to meet, you meet. You become very, very lucky. It isn't luck. It's synchronicity or any of those other New Age words we use to describe being very, very, very intuitive. I think we become more like an indigenous person when we become very intuitive. So have we got that quite clear, how to do this? You place a suggestion on a tape or some form of electronic device that will repeat it over and over and over for an hour. In the morning when I awake, my mind will be quiet. My intuitive voice will guide and direct me to discovering and achieving my creative goals. I am a worthwhile and lovable person. Then you play it for an hour while you're asleep. You get a time switch, obviously, that will switch the device on. I usually switch mine on about an hour after I've gone to bed. And then it plays for an hour. And usually I don't wake up. I haven't done this for some years now because my intuition is very much awake and is with me most of the time, which is what happens. If you follow your intuition for any length of time, it becomes fairly stable. It will continue to guide and direct you for as long as you need it, until it becomes part of you, till you consciously keep asking yourself, what am I not doing that I need to be doing, and you act upon the result. And what it will do, it will lead you to your destiny. Now, destiny is a very fine word, but it does describe accurately what I'm talking about. Destiny is that activity, that creative activity, that will lead you into some form of career, work, that if you do it, if you follow it, you will contribute to the world around you. I think most people who are not indigenous, from an indigenous culture, need to create, to heal, to help. And if we don't do that, if we don't create, if we don't do that which is very much needed in the world, nature will cull us out and say, right, you're not contributing, you're not giving, you're not healing, time for you to go. And by various illnesses or diseases, you get culled out. And that is a tragedy. That is a great shame. There is no need for you to be ill. There's no need for you to suffer from some kind of disease, to die before your time. Now, a blasted plane is coming over at a critical time, and we'll have to halt for a while. Destiny. It is that activity which, if you find it and do it, will lead you into the most incredible relearning situations, enormous benefits, and what is most important of all, you become very creative and very giving. The work that you discover is destined to go out to the world, to help, to heal. And of course, what you'll get back is a very rewarding response. It wasn't until I was 29 that I managed to uncover my destiny by playing a tape recording of myself in the manner I just described, and started to become a healer started to study all kinds of various isms and ologies until I found the one that was uniquely mine, the de-identification process.